Hi Year 7 and welcome back. This is week 5, final week of term, and this is our first lesson. So well done, you have made it. We are in that last week of term now, and this week we're going to be doing something a little bit different in comparison to what we've been doing in the past few weeks. So this week we're going to be working up to doing some writing about the poems we've studied this half term. This will be the only PowerPoint and the only video lesson that you're going to get this week, because the rest of the days you're going to have some worksheets to complete so that it can prepare you for writing about the poetry. If you can't print them out, that is absolutely fine, don't worry. The work can be done in your book, it can be done on paper, it can be done on the Word document itself. However you're working at the moment, you can continue doing that. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to have a think back over some of the work that we've already done and start bringing our ideas together, start thinking about how far we've come in the last few weeks. Don't worry if you haven't managed to have a go at every single poem this term. I know there's been a lot of work, so you've done really well. Just use the ones that you do know for the tasks today, okay? I am not necessarily expecting you all to go back and do the ones that you don't know, okay? You've worked really hard and you've done really well so far, so let's keep going for this final week. Okay, to start us off then, we're thinking about everything that we've done, and what I'd like you to do is have a go at coming up with 5-word summaries for each of the poems that we've studied this term. Like I said, if you didn't manage to do them all, that is fine, just do the ones you know, and I've got a list on that slide for you of all of the poems that we have looked at. Alright, so the poems that we've looked at this half term all fall under the umbrella of childhood, okay? That has been our main theme. But as you know, each of the poems has explored a slightly different element of childhood, and they've explored different experiences. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to decide which poems do you think fit into which of those 4 categories on the slide. Okay, you might want to put a poem in more than one column if you think it fits into more than one. But what we're doing today is we're grouping some poems together that are similar, okay? And just thinking about the theme of childhood and how it's expressed in each of these poems. Okay then, you've got 7 images on this slide. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to work out which poem links to which picture. So you've got 7 poems, 7 pictures. Once you've done that, see if you can have a go at the challenge. And using all of those skills that you learnt when we were doing the poetry detective lesson, all of that, working out what the clues are to find out the meaning, see if you can link a specific quote from each poem to the picture. So what line or what few words or phrases can you find from each poem that will link to these pictures? And then finally, we are coming towards the end of term, so now is the point we need to start thinking about reflecting back over all of that work we've done. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to have a go at finishing these 5 sentences. Okay, you might need to look back to your second lesson that you did where we marked ourselves out of 10, and lots of people set themselves a really good target, so I want you to think about where were you at the beginning and where are you now? Like I've said, this is the last PowerPoint and the last video lesson for this week, but you do have 3 worksheets coming your way. So have a go at those worksheets, do as much as you can in the hour. As ever, all we're asking for you to do is your best. So please make sure you email myself or Miss MacArthur if you're having any issues, okay, any questions, and we'll be there to answer them. And work hard, do your best, and well done for getting to this last week.